gave me a hint that I was going to be ready because something big was going on that he was preparing. And I was no way ready to do something. I was way too busy getting involved in anything. So I wasn't really open to it, but like always, I said, okay, come along and let me look at it when you're ready. But I wasn't ready. And at some point, he pushed me so hard that I called Andy and I said, Andy, you got to help me out here because, you know, this could be big, but I know nothing about what he's talking about because this cryptocurrency that Frodo was talking about, I knew nothing about it. I've heard about companies working within that to it. You know what? I was way too busy. I was working many, many hours a day, 7 days a week. And like Andy said, I had 5 kids of my own, so I have my hands full. But when something very special comes along, I can't reject it. I had to look at it. I've been working in the network marketing industry for 15 years, roughly. And I've been working 4 companies, been the top earner in those 4 companies. And well, you shouldn't get the impression that I'm jumping from one boat to the other. So I just want to say that I never left a company. Either these companies shut down or they changed their compensation plan in such a dramatic way that I had to leave them. That's it. I have always had a dream of really building up that residual income, but being left behind is the worst thing that can happen to anyone when you build up a nice income. That happened to my good friend Frodo as well many, many times. And when he shared with me and Andy his reason to do this one, he said, I want to create something for the future. I don't want people to get cheated. I want to make history here. And I can guarantee you, when we went to Spain, where I met Andy for the first time, and I was lucky to meet Nicole as well, I was blown away, and Andy was the same. So when we went back in end of April from Spain, we all decided to get started immediately. And having said that, I still didn't have found the time to do that. That's quite funny. Anyway, I want to say that I'm glad to be able to get the opportunity to give you a introduction and a presentation of Vizionary today. So let me please do that. Vizionary is introducing a new worldwide currency. It's a digital payment solution, and all you need to get paid, pay, or transfer money in the future is actually a cell phone. When I heard about that the first time, that's where I thought it sounded a little bit strange. I couldn't, how would that be possible? How can you just create a new currency? And I know that to many people that will sound strange. So that's why I'm going to do this presentation and explain it to you how that's possible. I want to introduce to you the company and who's behind. I want to explain to you about this currency, and this currency is called Capricorn. Capricorn is like dollar, euro, rands, or whatever currency you have worldwide. It's based on something called cryptocurrency, and for those who haven't heard about that, like myself back in April, you know, I want to teach you a little bit about it so you just at least understand a little bit. I also want to share with you how you could profit from, and if you want to do so, how to become a member of Vizionary. Okay, first of all, Vizionary, who's behind it? Frodo Berg, like I told you, this is my very good close friend from Norway. Frodo Berg, like Andy said, is a co-founder. He has the first company where I met him was his first company, was called World Games Inc. Well, that one shut down. We had to find something else to do, but that's where I met him, and we stayed together ever since. Stayed in touch, and it's been a fun ride. He brought along a guy called Ladislav Pastor from Slovakia. He's a very successful businessman. He had 80 clothing stores and importing companies selling brand clothes all over Slovakia that he sold, I believe it was back in 2010, and he's now a main investor in the company. He just got the idea about networking and he burned his fingers, and that's why he also wanted to be part of the ownership when he heard about this idea, not having people getting cheated again. Also, we have Andy Morbitzer, from which most of you already know, who's now a co-owner and a global master distributor. And I'm very honored to have him on board, I have to say. Well, those of you who don't know Andy, He has a financial background. He's been working in and outside Wall Street for 20 years, and he's been, for the past 15 years, working full-time as a networker, very successfully, building roughly 1 million people in various teams. There's myself as part of the company and also part of the advisory board. And as a strategic partner, we have a company that I'm very proud of, which is called Topsides from UK. Actually, they are developing all the software and the technology behind the whole thing. And just to let you know that the owner of that company has decided to move to Spain to live directly, expected 2 years, just to make sure that everything gets off the ground smoothly. If you think a little bit about it, it's very exciting because I can bet you that developing software for the network marketing industry for more than 15 years, I can tell you that he's seen a lot of coming and going. He also got sick and tired of all these companies that were cheating, and when he heard about this idea, knowing Frode, knowing Ladislav for several years, he decided to get involved and also to invest in this company. That's why they are our strategic partner today, and we're very proud to have them on board. Like I said before, we started officially in April 2015. Okay, let me try to let you understand a little bit about this cryptocurrency. It's a very easy way to say that it's money, but this cryptocurrency, you have to understand, is not created by the banks. A cryptocurrency is just like a banknote. We all know that a banknote has a unique number. If you take a dollar note, there's a unique number on it, okay, just for security. These banknotes, they are created and printed by the banks, okay? If you take a cryptocurrency, that's not a bank. That coin also has a unique number, but you cannot put it into your pocket like a banknote. It only exists on computers. And these cryptocurrencies, these coins, are created on large computers that are connected to a huge network. This is for security reasons, using a special software. That's how they are created. It's a process called mining. It may sound strange to most people. If you want to read more about it, if you want to learn more about it, go to Wikipedia or go to the internet, read about it. It's official. There's a lot of material out there you can read about it. But these coins are created in a process called mining. And this special software will then create the coins, and then each coin will have its like an ordinary banknote. What Vizionary is doing, they're selling mining time in order for them to be able to produce Capri coins. So they're actually doing the service. So if I would want to get Capri coin, I would need to buy that service from Vizionary. I would need to buy that mining time. And that way, Vizionary is able to produce Capri coins for me. At the same time, Vizionary will also give me access, or give everybody access to online education about cryptocurrency. Because if I should have Capri coins, it would be wise for me to know a little bit more about it, and I can study it there because they have online education material about it. But you may want to ask yourself, why would you want to collect any Capri coins? And I can tell you for sure that there are many reasons for that, but let me start somewhere asking you about Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin in the past. If not, I can tell you that Bitcoin is also a cryptocurrency. It was the first one. Now there are more than 600 of these, and I can only wonder why I've never heard about it really before, but that goes for a lot of people. But it was the first one. There's more than 600 out there right now. It all started as internet money. Now it's in fact accepted as real money. So you can pay in 300,000 different companies worldwide. You can use it as real payment, like if you were paying with dollar bills. It's accepted by companies like Dell Computers, 7-Eleven, Expedia.com, many, many more. You can even start withdrawing cash from cash machines. And if you've been looking at the medias in the past few days, maybe, you've heard about Greek having a lot of issues there, still not really solved. They're trying to. But still, people cannot withdraw more than 60 euro per day out there. The banks and the governments are trying to control the cash flow there. Now they're installing 2 Bitcoin machines over there, and now people can they can withdraw 1,000 euro per day in Bitcoins instead. That's a lot more. So people are starting to getting more and more aware about this new currency world. So it's like having cryptocurrencies is like having a credit card or a bank account attached to a cell phone. There are many banks offering this service today, but not without all the fees and regulations and time in transfer and controlling how much you can transfer, etc., etc., etc. This one is much more smooth, I can tell you. I want to tell you about the Bitcoin value. When it started in 2009, it actually had absolutely no value, almost no value. I know of a guy called Gary. He told me a story that he was buying back in 2009 10,000 Bitcoins. He didn't really know what it was all about, but he had a daughter of 13 years old, I believe. She was playing some game on the internet, and she needed some money to buy some stuff. Those of us who have kids know what we're talking about. But she needed some money there, and he didn't pay a lot of dollars to get those 10,000 coins. When he realized that if he'd had them today, he would be sitting on $2.7 million. That's what happened, because back when he bought it, no company would accept it as a payment. But when they did, it suddenly increased in value. And now Gary cannot go back in time, we cannot go back in time, but if I, back in 2009, would have known about Bitcoin, and if I had put in just $100 at that time, I would be sitting on 2.5 million today. So I would be sitting like Gary, but I cannot go back in time. He cannot go back in time. Here on the call cannot go back in time, but who wouldn't have been spending a few bucks here if we could get millions back in return? This Bitcoin has created a lot of new millionaires, and that's for sure. So that is also one of the reasons why we're sitting here today, because we want to ask ourselves, could Capricorn increase in value just like Bitcoin? Yes, that's why it has been created. And of course, when I say yes, we cannot guarantee you anything, we cannot promise you anything, and you cannot consider this as an investment because it created like that. How are we going to do that? We're going to create a sure that it goes mainstream so it can be accepted worldwide as a payment. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need a much better technology than the one that's available right now. And that's what we have created in Vizionary. We have created a version 2 of the cryptocurrency world. Let me give you an example. If you go pay with Bitcoin anywhere in the world, it will take an hour or two for this transaction to be verified. We have changed that. We are offering an instant payment solution. You don't have to wait. Can you imagine standing in the supermarket, paying with your credit card, and the lady at the cash register says, "Oh no, you have to wait a bit. It's still not ready. It's still not verified," and you've been waiting there for an hour. Can you imagine what would happen? That's not going to work. If you want to have a payment solution that can be accepted worldwide, it needs to be instant. That's what we're offering. Nobody else has that. Secondly, we have a real coin. It's now available on the public exchange, like Bittrex, I believe it's called, Blue Trade, etc. So it's comparable to dollars, euros, etc. Thirdly, we have made a program so that it's very attractive for customers to use it. And lastly, we have made a loyalty program for companies so it's very attractive for them to accept it as a payment. When I said it's a real coin, what that means is we are the world's first MLM blockchain cryptocurrency on the exchange. That was a long sentence, even for me in Denmark. Okay, so let me try to explain what that's all about. We are the first network marketing company that offers a cryptocurrency on the exchange made by blockchain. Maybe it's a wrong way of pronouncing it, but what it means is blockchain is the security behind all cryptocurrencies. And we have the proof that we're doing it. Otherwise, we couldn't be an official coin, and we couldn't be on the exchange. And we're the first network marketing company to ever do that. I'm very proud of being able to say that. Okay, let me dig a little bit deeper into making it attractive to the customers. First of all, it's very easy to use. It's as easy as taking a picture with your cell phone. Customers do not pay any transaction fees. We are offering instant transactions worldwide. If you ever heard about somebody, sitting in another country, maybe they need some cash from another country, from family, friends, whatever, business partners, whatever, doesn't matter. And now to the bank, well, it's closed. Oh, I go to Western Union, I can transfer there. I pay a lot of fees to do so. If you have Capri coins on your cell phone, it's an instant transaction. People can accept your transaction and get it. If I'm sitting here in Denmark and I want to transfer money to Nicole in Canada, she will have it instantly and I'll pay no fees. That's very exciting. We're not controlled by anybody anywhere. Also, customers are offered, every time they go shopping and pay with Capri coin, they will be offered cashback and discounts. And lastly, they will be offered a potential income due to the loyalty program that I will tell you about in a bit. And I can tell you for sure, there are no banks that will offer you the same thing. Their loyalty program, well, that's what's making it attractive for companies to accept it as a payment. That's only one of the things. That loyalty program is absolutely free of charge. It's a software we offer them, and when we do so, we'll bring them new customers, because everybody who has a Capricoin wallet on their cell phone will want to spend their money. And now they can go and pay with all the stores who wants to accept it. So we are actually bringing these companies new customers. We are offering them a marketing tool free of charge. We even offer them to make money from all their Capricoin customers. And, which is very exciting, I told you about before, instant verification of payment. So instantly, the transaction, the payment that I'm doing is verified instantly. And again, the companies don't pay any transaction fee. Let me tell you a little bit of a story from where I live. Our neighbor country is called Germany. They are slammed with credit card fees, and they're not used to using credit cards down there. So when I come there as a tourist, they really treat me bad if I go, let's say, on a restaurant, I want to buy dinner for the family, and I want to pay with my credit card. They are very rude. They don't want to accept my credit card. They tell me to go to the nearest ATM and withdraw cash because they have to pay 6, 7, 8, 9% credit card fee, and it's illegal to put it on the card. So for them to accept a payment without any transaction fee is very exciting. So yes, as customers paying with Capricoin, it's very exciting for the companies. Hopefully you remember the story about Gary and his daughter. Well, the same thing can happen again, and I think you got the picture about Capricoin, and we have a strategy to make that happen. So that's one of the ways you can make money with Vizionary, but there are several ways. Capricoin is only one of them, and I don't want to sit and be thinking like Gary when I go 5 years ahead from now and thinking, oh my God, I should have done something back then. I want to make sure that I'm on the vehicle when it happens. So yes, we have Capricoin as one way of making money, okay? What you have to do, you have to get engaged, buy some mining time so the company can produce the Capricoins for you. Another way of making money, if you think this is a good idea and you want to help this good idea along, recommend others to do the same as you and thereby get paid and build a business. We also have an opportunity to make money from the loyalty program because we are going to be able to introduce the companies who's going to accept Capricorn as a payment. And all the turnover that's going through these companies are going directly to you if you introduce the company. So that's also a way of making money. Then we have the last way of making money is a very exciting thing called free mining time for members. Actually, it means that, well, every time you're buying mining time, so you can get coins. Let's say it's similar to going to the supermarket, and you go there, the same supermarket, every week after week after week. Each 10 weeks, you will be rewarded for all the money you spent there in the supermarket. What if let's say you spend $1,000 at that supermarket over the past 10 weeks. What if they came back and said to you, well, thank you for shopping here and here only. You know what? We'll give you 30%, 40%, 50% back only because you are a loyal customer. That's what Vizionary is doing. They're giving you back a percentage of all the money you have spent buying mining. And if you want to have Capricorns, you have to buy the mining. But still, Vizionary is giving you back free mining time. That's very exciting, I have to tell you. You may also ask yourself if there's other companies out there, what makes us different? Well, if you remember, I said we are the world's first MLM blockchain cryptocurrency on the exchange. That's number one. Number two, we are the cryptocurrency version 2. I told you about it, instant payment. Okay, so every time we are paying somebody, it's an instant transaction. Nobody else has that. What also makes us different? No one has the technology and the strategy that we offer with Capricorn. We are making sure that there will be a true demand for the coin. We will make sure that it gets mainstream and accepted worldwide as a payment. We have solutions, so you can actually, in theory, pay with Capricorn almost anywhere you want due to our loyalty program. Imagine I have 10,000 euros sitting on my Capricorn wallet. And you know, I go to the local car dealer and I tell him, listen up, I have 10,000 euros. I want to buy your car out there. And he would say, no, that ain't going to happen. Of course he will accept me getting paid because he's getting paid instantly. He doesn't have to speculate in my coin. He'll get paid in his money. What also makes us different is we have a very attractive earnings potential. The pay plan we have here, if you want to become a member, if you want to recommend others to get involved, there's a very, very lucrative earnings potential here. The compensation plan we have here, I want to compare it to anyone you can dig up, okay? And I'll give you the numbers and I'll compare to you why this one is so powerful. We also have a very, very low mining price here. You have to imagine the following. There are companies requesting you to pay $100, $500, $1,000, $3,000 a month for mining. Here you can do mining for less than 10 euro per week. So it's very, very low. And also, we have this free mining time for members. That's what's making us different. All these points are what's making us unique. Okay, if I piqued a little bit of interest and if you want to get started, there are 5 ways to getting started. First of all, you can buy a retail package. Well, it's a little bit too soon for me to say that. I expect that to be end of September, but fair enough. When it comes, it's like being a customer and it will cost you 25 euro. But if you want to get involved right now, you can do that, but you would have to become a member. It will only give you more advantages. It will not cost you that much. It starts with a bronze package for 97 euro. Then we have 297, 897, and 2897. Well, the more you pay, the more mining time you get, and it means the more coins you'll get ultimately. Okay? And people are asking me, which one should I buy? I can only say, don't go rob a bank, but if you can find 2,897 euro, that's what you should do. Don't end up being regretting later. You can go for gold if you want to. That's also a very good solution. And if you can't afford more than that, go for silver and build your way up. That's also possible, okay? But the sooner you get involved, the more coins you'll get, because you have to understand the following. We have a fixed amount of coins in a pool every week. More and more members will join, and the more members that join, the more people will have to share the same amount of coins. So it only goes one way. It goes in getting more and more expensive. Each coin is getting more and more expensive. So the sooner you join, the more you pay, the more you get, the cheaper you get it. That's how it works. So how to get started? I recommend the following, because if you want to build a business, get registered immediately. I'll tell you more about it, but get registered immediately. It will cost you 97 euro. You locked your position, you have become a member, profit from everything when you do it, and then upgrade to get more products. It will cost you 200, 800, or 2,800 euro. The more you pay, obviously, the more mining time you get, and versus the more coins will be produced for you. You have to expect those Capricorns to increase in value. And if you want to recommend Vizionary to others, at the same time, you are building a business. For those who want to, there are 3 income streams. The compensation plan offers you a binary plan, and the first income stream is called, what I prefer to call, the point-based income. Reality, it's called network team commission. But let's stick to point-based income, because all the volume you're creating, all the sales that are created here is calculated in points. All you have to do is find 2 good people. That's all we ask for, 2 good people. Yes, you can introduce 10 or 20 or 100 if you want to, but we only need 2. That's as simple as that. If you could find, let's say, Andy, and you can find me, that's it. You don't need to do any more. Andy and I will do the job. We will go right to the top in the pay plan, and we'll bring you along with us. It means if you introduce Andy and Jesper, you will be earning a maximum of 32,000 euro per week. Not everybody's going to do that, I know, but it's doable, and those who are this soon in the business, they have all the chance in the world to get there. Just find 2 good people. That will reward you the maximum of 32,000 euro per week. That's the first income stream. The second one is matching bonus. I have to tell you how powerful this matching bonus is. Because let's just assume that Andy is doing the job and I'm not, okay? I do absolutely nothing. So in theory, you introduce 2 good people, but only one did the job. I'm sleeping all day long. So Andy is going all the way to the top. That will pay you 10% of his income every week for the rest of your life. And 10% of 32,000, that's 3,200, similar to, I believe, $3,500 per week, week after week after week. I know most people can make a very good living only of that one. That goes down to more generations. If you want to know more, I'm available for questions and we can go into further details, okay? But it only gives you an idea. Okay, the last income stream you can have is the cash bonus. The cash bonus is rewarding you for doing the job right away, getting paid to do the sales immediately. So every time you introduce a new member and they purchase a package, whether it's bronze or platinum, silver or gold, doesn't matter. You get 10% of whatever they pay. We do have an option because the company is rewarding people to get started immediately. You can actually have a 50% extra cash commission if you get started immediately. Also, I would want to say that to get into further details with that, well, get to me or get to the person who introduced you to this call and we'll explain more to you. But this is very exciting. It's actually a lot of money. Like you can have almost 450 euro per sales by selling a platinum package. On top of that, you have the matching bonus, and on top of the matching bonus, you have the point-based income, which is making it possible for you to make roughly 600 euro for all sales, for every sale that you're making. So that's a lot of money. Okay, let me repeat. In order to get started, register, that's 97 euro. You can upgrade later. Share with other people and learn as you go along. Okay, having said all that, I want to get back to Andy. And Andy, can you go back online and we can talk? And then, if possible, if people have questions.
Hey, Jesper, how are you?
In here, more than welcome. See. Hey, Andy. Hey there.
Hey, very good job. I appreciate you coming on and doing that. We will see if we have some questions here. Is that what you want to do? Open it up to some questions? Jesper?
While you're looking for questions, or when people are getting ready for questions, sorry, what did you say, Andy?
Go ahead. Do you want to open it up to some questions? We can do that. I got Nicole looking at some questions now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Everybody is welcome to ask questions. If there are any questions, feel free, come forward. I know that this has been a different presentation to maybe what some of them have heard before. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. Give me some comments.
Okay. Well, real quick, I'll put Nicole on and see if she can help us get some questions answered. Hold on one second. But before we go, great job. That's why I love bringing on people from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Whereas what you said, I'd have a hard time articulating or saying that in a way that you did. So I appreciate you coming on. I love your experience, your excitement, and all that you do behind the scenes. And congratulations again for meeting the qualification to be a co-owner. So we welcome you with open arms, my friend. And I appreciate all you do for.
Thank you very much, sir.
For everything that you do. So
likewise.
Here's Nicole, and we'll get some questions started. Hold on one sec. Right here.
No problem. Okay, while she's digging for potential questions, I would want to share with everybody that there's a chance to meet both me, Nicole, Andy, and the rest of the company in Spain if they want to. Maybe you've already heard about it, but we do have a promotion going. So if you want to meet the company and see everything behind the scene, we could meet in Spain if you want to qualify for it. So go out there and do a little bit of work, and we will meet down there. That would be very exciting. I know for sure that the future leaders of the company will be there. So if you want to meet them and want to be one of them, please come and shake our hands. I would be very excited.
Definitely. Jesper, do you want to share the dates for that Spain trip? Do you know?
Oh, yeah, that's 24th, 25th, 26th of September. Isn't that correct? So roughly around that period. We haven't locked it 100% yet. Can be changed a little bit, but we're expecting to be end of September. And we still have some almost 5 weeks to qualify for it. And there are several ways of doing it. The easiest way to do it is to qualify for yourself to go. And if you want to qualify, you can qualify a whole team, meaning you can qualify by building a team, or you can qualify by building yourself for a short period. If you put in 6 platinum, you are qualified to go. Everything is paid for: wining, dining, hotel, flight trip, everything. If you want to bring your wife or a friend or a business partner, you put in 9 people. You're both qualified, and we'll all meet, okay? But there's also, like I said, a chance not to introduce everybody yourself. You can introduce a few good people yourself and then let them build a team. You'll qualify as well. Details are shown in the back office, or we can send it to you, okay?
Great. Great. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you again in Spain, Jesper. All right.
Yeah, me too. It was exciting days down there. It was.
Yeah, believe me, guys, this is one trip. Andy and I fell in love with Spain. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it will be one to remember, a trip to remember. Not to mention the first convention ever or event ever by the company Vizionary. So that'll be a great photograph, won't it, Jesper?
Yeah, it will be very exciting being actually able to pay with our Capricorns at the first merchants in the world ever.
Yes.
I want to take that picture. I want to see the. I don't want to be the first person because I don't want to spend my Capricorns. They're too cheap at this point, right? But I want to be the person taking the picture of the very first person being able to do that in the whole world.
Oh, wait a second. So you don't want to use your own Capricorn, Jesper?
No. I want to see somebody else too. I tell you that much. No, I don't want to spend mine. I actually made a little bit of fun with Frodo about it and said he had to do it because I didn't want to spend mine. No.
That sounds good to me. All right.
But
Well, let's
again.
Go ahead.
Yes. No, I just wanted to say that it's also something which is very important. I know there are other companies out there, and one of the things that I didn't know anything about was how to make sure that you're not getting cheated. What to look for, how to make due diligence with a company when you don't even know what their product is all about, right? And how it works in technical, the security behind it. That's why I really enjoyed having Andy and you with me in Spain because you knew much more about it than I did. But anyway, one of the things that everybody has to know, the owners of this company, they do not have any other opportunity than anybody else. It's not like other companies that 3 owners own 88 point some percentage of the coins. They totally control it. This company will not allow big investors or owners to have a major share of the coins. They have to buy mining time at the same rate and the same speed as everybody else. I remember somebody came and said, we have a guy who wants to put in $250,000. We have another one who wants to put in millions of dollars. And, well, the company just said, well, it's not possible because we cannot. They're allowed to do that, but they can only buy the biggest package and they can buy as many as they want. But doing that, we actually prevent somebody who's sitting on a large portfolio of coins being able to manipulate the coin. I would never have known that at the beginning, that I would have to ask a question like that. But it's important to know.
Mm-hmm. No, most definitely.
And having said that, there was a guy who said to me, how can you make sure that they're not one of these companies that just run away with the money at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you if they wanted to, they would just take that money that people were offering as big investors and just run with that. They're not here for the quick. They're here for the long run.
Yeah, that's evident. And nobody owns Capricorn either, right? You know, Vizionary is its own entity, and I think that's important as well.
Exactly. That's very, very important to know. So actually when you're doing the mining and you get your Capricorns, you can remove it from Vizionary and they have absolutely no control. It's your coins. They do not control it.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you ready for some questions?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Hopefully I can answer. I'm just little me. Otherwise I'll have to ask Andy. He's the expert.
Oh, you know more than
Shoot.
you lead on to believe. Okay. Now this question, this question's from Kaylee. Now it actually might be more of a question for to hear, but you let me know. It says she says,
okay.
Since they're being mined, I guess Capricorn. Since Capricorn is being mined on a computer software, how do we protect from hackers, and what is the strategy if something like that should happen?
Oh wow, that's a very good question. I cannot answer completely, but if she wants to get all that in details, we can hook her up with the software company that's behind all the security, and he can answer completely. But you have to understand the following: being a blockchain cryptocurrency is the security you need in order to, let me put it this way, if you have a banknote, Nicole, if you have a banknote and there's a serial number on it and it gets stolen from you, do you remember the number? No, you don't. But on a computer, this serial number in theory follows your cryptocurrency. So in theory, they cannot use it officially because it's always verified in each transaction. If that's just a little bit of an answer, but that's the difference to a cryptocurrency to a normal paper commodity or currency.
Jesper?
Yes?
If I can, or if I may, I would like to expand upon that a bit.
Yes, please.
A cryptocurrency, guys, is blockchain is encryption. It's 164. It's not only, here's the way I look at it. Nothing in the computer world is safe anymore. However, there are different exposures and liability to every company. And since we have a strategic partner in Topsites who deal in technology and security as a priority, we are one of the most secure platforms, not only because of the industry in which we are in, but also because of our strategic partner that has vast knowledge of all types of security, where we've gone as far as securing our Capricoins in 5 different countries on 5 different servers, and we've taken the necessary steps to protect our interest as a company and your interest as a member. So moving forward, once the distribution of the coins are downloaded on your e-wallet, you could, as security, you could actually put it on a flash drive, pull it out of your computer, put it in a mason jar, dig a hole in your backyard, and bury it, and nobody will ever get it. So we're doing everything we can as far as security, encryption, and the like to actually hiding the servers, countries. We do not disclose where those coins, where those servers, or what those countries are, all in the name of protection and the stability and the security of the company itself. Not only our Capricoins, the members, the distribution arm, and Capricoin as a whole, we've taken extensive measures to security is very, very serious. It's a top priority. And when you work with the knowledge and the people that we're dealing with as far as top-notch, top technology, and Topsites and his staff of, I think he's got, what, 30 or 40 guys now.
Yep.
We're doing everything possible. We're at the forefront, we are one of the most secure platforms in the world, easily the #1 for the MLM side. And then, of course, the other thing we'll do to come on here in the next week, Jesper, we're going to bring on Gary Connor, who's going to be our cryptocurrency expert, our advisor, and one who's been integral in getting us listed on an external exchange that gives us the credibility. And we've done what no other company in network marketing has been able to do in this space, because we the members are what drive the price and the ownership of Capricoin. We're not mining somebody else's coin like Bitcoin. You know, there's another company out there that says they're listed on the exchange, which they are. But the difference between what they do and what we do is we're building value of our own currency, our own coin. We're not building the value of somebody else's coin so they can value or profit from it. We're building our own equity through our own coin, and we're the first in the world to do it. So that's all I wanted to share at this point, Jesper.
Okay, I think that was a very, yeah, that was a very, very good point, which you brought on here. I think that the fact that if you want to prevent hacking, the fact that you can actually put it on a hard drive and unplug it from the internet makes it safe. You can put as many online as you want at any given time, and then there's absolutely no risk left. Okay, Nicole, any other questions?
Yeah, we do. We've got one more. Also, now that we're on Blue Trade Exchange, can people in the open market purchase Capricoin out there? And what are the benefits of buying through Vizionary versus that?
Very good question. I'm happy to have that one. Thank you. Thank you. Well, first of all, yes, people can go to the public open exchange and buy coins there. We have to know that it's only a limited amount of coins that will be available for those people who wants to do that. I cannot say if it's going to be cheaper or it's going to be more expensive to do so. I have no control of that. We do not have control as a company over that. But one thing is for sure, you cannot at the same time do what you're doing with Visionary, building a business and building up your portfolio. And the fact that you're getting free mining time on top of what you pay for their every time you purchase mining time will also, it's like getting a discount. Okay, so the benefits is that you are getting the possibility in building a business at the same time as mining a coin. Buying a coin only makes you to speculate and invest. Okay, hopefully that was answer enough.
I believe it was, Jesper. The only thing I would add to that is it's a two-prong. If you have somebody that wants to acquire Capricorn externally, they're going to use their own money to, quite honestly, and they will. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good, healthy environment. But the difference between what we do as the Visionary, as the distribution arm, is we have a work equity in essence, because 30% of everything that we earn on the marketing end, the MLM, the distribution side, goes back towards mining. Now, that would be the reintroduction of additional capitalization, the ability to work your way, use commissions to acquire Capricorn versus using money that you've already made and applying it externally. Now, here's the X factor, what I call, where through participation of mining, meaning you're mining, you're utilizing our product, our computers, or specialized software to mine this coin through participation. Let's take external versus internal. An external person's just going to buy Capricorn. That's it. Now, an internal person has the ability to participate. He's already going to buy Capricorn externally, but now he's going to do it through the Visionary platform. And because he's buying mining time that ultimately that you're acquiring Capricorn, for that participation, he could earn up to 50% more mining time, thus acquiring more Capricorn as an internal member of Visionary than an external customer just buying Capricorn would get. So yes, there is a great inducement, a value, a benefit to internal users of Visionary, both the work equity and through participation of acquiring more Capricorn through free mining time through what we call the SysRep. And the SysRep is a benefit to all members that at the end of the day gives you more mining time, thus earning you or qualifying or acquiring more Capricorn. That's all I wanted to say, Jesper.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I want maybe to add something extra there because I was just speculating while we were talking. Let's just assume that everybody would only buy coins as of tomorrow from the exchange, and nobody would ever buy mining time anymore. We would only have very few coins available. Well, they would increase in value if people would want to buy them. They would rapidly increase in value, which is great. But would it have a true value? Because what we're doing with Visionary, we are creating the system behind it that gives it a true value, that creates a true demand for it. So we are needed. We need to create more coins. We need to create the true value. We need to make sure that it gets to become a worldwide accepted currency. That's our vision. That's what we're doing. So yes, the public exchange gives it credibility. It gives the opportunity for people only to go buy it, and they're very welcome to do that. I love that idea, but we need to do mining. We need to build a business.
Well, I agree, because think of Bitcoin, who initiated this 6 years ago, that their value was derived through investors, through speculative investors. Think of how powerful Bitcoin would be today if 6 years ago they had a distribution arm where a bunch of motivated network marketers, customers, end users, merchants use the coin as currency on a daily basis. Think of the amount of volume that would have been generated through that model. Because understand, Bitcoin doesn't have a marketing strategy like we do. Understand that our value is not only through speculative trading, different investors that may or may not come in, but also our value of that coin is going to be determined through the usage of it, through our members, the merchants, and the innovative marketing strategy and the distribution arm. So it's twofold. So I'm excited about that. I think Jesper, I'll be honest with you, I think we found something here that, and with aggressive probability, this is going to make a lot of people a lot of money and help a lot of merchants save money at the same time. So we'll get back to questions. That's all I wanted to add.
Thank you, and I do agree,
Yep.
100%.
Okay, let's see what else we have here. Thank you, Kaylee. Those were great questions too. Kaylee's also asking if this is recorded, and yes, it is. So we'll get that out as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. And just as a side note, I want to say thank you to Kaylee, who actually also introduced us to our cryptocurrency expert, Gary Connor, who most of you will meet probably within the next couple of weeks. So thank you, Kaylee.
Thank you, Gary. Great.
Yeah. All right, so we've got another question from, sorry, I can't see the full name. I think it's Ernest. Ernest, so what does 50 CV convert to in dollars or mining units?
Bum, 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 bum. I have to, that was a new one. Let me put it this way. If you have 500 units or CV on one side in the binary system and 500 on the other side, what you get paid is between 40 and 80 euro. Let me put it this way, 45 to $90. Is that correct, Nicole? Some like that.
Yeah.
Almost. So let's stick to dollars since we are on an American call here, or at least I know some Americans are in here.
I think we've got some Europeans and even some people from New
Okay.
Zealand. This is a completely international call today, for sure.
Great. Okay, let's stick to both currencies then. When you have 500 units on one side and 500 on the other, in the binary plan, you get a pay circle. That is equal to getting paid 40 to 80 euro or 45 to $90. Okay, so you can divide that by 20, and you have the value of your 50 CVs. Okay, because you need 1,000 points, 500 on one side, 500 on the other, to get paid a pay circle. When I say it's between 40 and 80 euro, then it's because when you get started, you are getting paid 40 because you haven't qualified. As you move up in qualifications, you get a top leader in the company, you earn more and more and more. And the maximum you can earn is 80 euro, almost $90 per pay cycle. However, the company is rewarding you. So if you are building very fast, we have a momentum clock, so you can actually get paid from day one 75 euro, which is almost or roughly $80 per pay cycle from the first day you start. That's an extra you're getting. Into more details about the momentum clock, I don't want to go, but it means that if you're very, very good at building, you can get paid as a top leader from day one.
Excellent. Okay, very good. Magnus is asking, what time frame would you say when Capricorn will be usable around the world?
Well, it's all up to us, but the first merchant will be available in September this year. So basically, the technology is ready. So if I decide that I want to go back to Denmark and ask the first merchant in my local city if I can pay in the supermarket or at the garage when I go fix my car, well, I don't have any hair, so I can't go to the hairdresser, but anyway, I decide where I want to go pay, and if they want to accept having a free software, giving me a small discount every time I go shopping, accept me paying them, and realize they're getting paid instantly. They have no risk, they don't need to speculate in any coin, they're converted immediately. So I decide where we can go pay with it. So if Magnus lives in, I don't know, let's just say Finland, and he wants to be able to use his coins there, he needs to go ask somebody, and he's actually capable of doing that. At the same time, if somebody else goes shopping there, he's getting paid at the same time, which is quite exciting as well.
Excellent. Okay. We've got, I think, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Merla. When will the app be ready for merchants? Will there be ATM machines where we can withdraw money like Bitcoin in the future? Woohoo. It might be a bit soon for us. I mean, let's realize we just started this company in April.
Yeah, I want to add to that and say everything is possible for the future, because that you know, it's absolutely correct. 5 years ago, nobody would have imagined that cash machines would be set up for Capricorns. You know, I have 5 kids, okay? They all play on the computer. My oldest one is now 25 this year, okay? And she was sitting playing on computers when she was a teenager. My youngest boys here, they're sitting playing, and they ask me all the time, can I get $5? I want to buy this. I have a game here, you know. I need some coins, you know. Nobody imagined what happened to Bitcoin. It was only something that people were using on the internet. Now there are cash machines. We will see the same thing happening, I'm sure, but I can't tell when. I can tell one thing for sure. The quicker we spread the word, the more business we build here, the quicker it will be accepted worldwide. It's up to us, okay?
Exactly.
It's only up to us.
Yep, exactly. Us and the members. Yep, go ahead.
So if I can tell to people, listen up, don't sit on your hands, don't expect anybody else to do it. You need to do it. Don't wait. Don't learn everything before you get started. Learn as you go along. Take action. That's what we need to do.
Definitely. It's you know, for me, I knew nothing about digital currency 3 months ago, so it's been a learning class of, I call it, you know, digital currency 101, and but it's been such a fabulous adventure, and I love to learn though anyways, so that's just part of my personal growth. But this is so exciting, and I've grown more excited about this industry and this company with each and every day, for sure.
Yeah, I can only say the same thing.
Yeah, and I know that's true for you too, Jesper.
Yeah, you know, when we were sitting in Spain, we were both confused about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were like, huh? What are they talking about? You know, we didn't understand. We know about how to build a network, okay? We know how to build a business, but we didn't know about the product. We had to learn that, but we couldn't just sit and wait to learn it. We need to understand, but we couldn't dig into all the details. So we started immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, well, Andy had probably a better grasp on the whole concept with his financial background, but
for sure.
So I just I followed. He led, and I followed, and I thought, okay, if he says this is, you know, this is good for us and our future, then yeah, I had no choice but to dive in and learn and swim with the sharks, as you say.
Correct.
But I love that.
But you're doing well. You're doing well. Sure.
It's risk and reward in life, right? And if you're not growing personally with whatever venture, I don't know. I love teaching my kids new things every day, and that's how the next generation learns. And I think that even at the age of, well, I'm in my 40s now, I still don't think that I've stopped learning, and I hope in my 80s I will never stop learning. So
that's a good thing. Exactly.
All right. So the same gentleman is asking if this is for South Africa. I think you've got a great answer for that, Jesper.
Okay. Tell me.
Well, we've already got members in South Africa, so yes.
Oh, yeah, sure, we do.
So definitely. I mean, this is a global international business. I don't think that we're limited to any country in the world right now. Do you, Jesper?
No, I don't see that. Well, I want to share with people that I know that I learned when I came back that Bitcoin was actually tried to be forbidden in China. But it didn't went very well for them, so it didn't take a long time before they had to open it up again. So I thought it was quite funny because it's like this. Nobody can really control these currencies because they are not owned by anybody, right? They're owned by their customers, by the users, you know? And let's imagine 100 million people have an account with Bitcoin or with their Capricorn, right? Are they going to knock on everybody's doors and say, now you cannot exchange those for services and goods? It can't be done. It's impossible. What I didn't realize is that cryptocurrencies are produced by ordinary people. It's produced by ordinary companies. So companies independent of banks and governments, people independent of companies and banks, they can produce coins. Isn't that crazy? We're just not used to it. And that's what I had to learn.
Perfect. Okay, we've got another great question from Kaylee, and to be honest, I'm not surprised. She is one of our top leaders within the company. So will there be a limit on the amount of coins that are being mined?
Yes. There will be a limited amount of coins. The exact number will be, and that's official, you can read that also. If you go to capricorn.org, you can read it all there, but it's stated and exactly how they're distributed. 208 million is the exact number that's going to be distributed. And one other thing we also have to learn, that we are protected by, what is it called in English? I'm not sure for inflation, okay? Because when you have dollars or euros, banks and governments, they can just print more money, okay, as they want. They just keep printing. That's what's, and on top of that, when you borrow money, you have to pay interest. So it devaluates the value of your money. So that's when you're getting inflation and sometimes hyperinflation, right? We are protected against that with our coin because there's never going to be more than 208 million, period.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Jesper.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, I think that's it for today. I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Jesper, for coming out today and doing this presentation for us. It's really great to be able to have a different perspective. I know that we mostly hear from Andy, but we want to bring out, you again as well, obviously, as well as some other leaders. We've had a couple of on board already doing some presentations, but you had put together these slides, and I want to give you kudos for that because they're terrific and very simple to understand and very, just put well together well. They're, great order, well organized. So, but thank you for answering some questions too. I know that sometimes you can be put on the spot for that.
No. It's, I love doing that. Nobody in the world, in my opinion, is an expert, and if you can only do the best you can, okay? And I'm always doing my best. And if people have answers questions and I can't answer, I'll always dig for the answer, and they'll get it. I just want to mention something. When we had a call in South Africa, and there was a banker there, a bank owner, in fact, and he was asking some very, very good questions. I couldn't answer. They were way too technical for me. So we immediately after that call, and that was about the same time as here, it was almost midnight, and so my time, sorry, and their time, so we immediately brought in Tahir from IT, and we brought in the owner, Frodeback, sitting there getting like 30 minutes talk with him, so he got his answers immediately. This is stunning. Where can you find something like that? It was, very exciting.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
And we always find the right answer.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much again from both Andy and I. We hope to have you on the call again sometime soon.
Anytime, anytime. You know, I've been holding a little bit back because I needed to practice a little bit and get these slides get together. I needed to do it in my way so that I thought it was okay. I don't think it's still 100%, but it's actually understandable. So I'm glad if you like it, you can use it. You can use me anytime. Just give me a shout if you want me to go here on a regular basis. I'm there.
Well, what I love about you most, Jesper, is you're one of the most humble people within this industry, and uh, you know more than you think you lead on. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
So,
okay. Thank you.
um,
Thank you. Thank you.
so thanks again, and thank everyone for coming out to tonight's call or today's call from wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time.
I want to thank everybody for participating here tonight. If you want to get in here again, if you chat with Nicole, Andy, or I and ask for a presentation, you know, I do another one again tomorrow at 8:30 for South Africa. Everybody is welcome if they want to be there. So just give me a chat. I have a Skype name called Just Benefit. Contact me 24/7 if you want to, and or ask Nicole and Andy for support if you want to, and for my contact, you're always welcome.
Fantastic. Okay? Yeah, no, thank you. Fantastic. And maybe we should mention at this point in time that we do also have a Visionary Facebook group that you can even just search on Facebook. It's just simply called Visionary. If you want to get some more information, we post updates and special events that are coming on with the company on that breaking news on that website. So everyone is welcome to join that website at this point. All right. So
thank you.
Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you in Spain in September, Jesper, and look forward to seeing each of everyone on this call there as well.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Take care.